Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, or known as MMIW, is a silent crisis of disproportionate violence against Native populations in North America. Many Indigenous women experience violence, abduction, and murder that often goes underreported or ignored by authorities and media, with systemic issues like misclassification, lack of data, and jurisdictional complexities hindering investigations. According to IndianLaw.org, in the United States, violence against Indigenous women has reached unprecedented levels on tribal lands and in Alaska Native villages. More than 4 in 5 American Indian and Alaska Native women have experienced violence, and more than 1 in 2 have experienced sexual violence. Today, we are going to explore more alarming statistics and share 3 cases of missing Native women. You're listening to Lurking in the Shadows. Welcome, Shadows.
Hello, everybody.
We are now recording on a new software, so we're going to hope this sounds and looks okay if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, so hopefully everything goes as smooth as it typically does for us, which I want you guys to know is not typically smooth.
Yeah,
not typically smooth, so...
Hopefully it's better.
You know, I would like a... You know, like a semi-smooth. Yeah. Just a few little ruts.
Yeah.
Tolerable. You know, like my suspension's bad. I can only handle a few little divots.
Yeah.
But you
bear
guys,
with us.
Yeah. And, this episode is a little bit different for us also because we'll be covering multiple cases in this one.
Yeah.
Just because of, like we've said before.
Yeah, like if you heard in the intro, these are underreported.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of information.
No, it's very hard to find that information, but we want to continue to do our best.
Yeah.
To keep bringing those cases.
And before we get into that, we have a special thing today.
Special thing to start today.
We have our first, unofficial sponsor thing.
Yes, that we would like to unbox.
Yes, live.
We haven't done anything other than opened the box and peeked inside. Yeah, that's it. We haven't done anything else.
We had to take a peek.
Just a peek.
Yeah.
But
we were very graciously gifted free perfume from the company Sucre Bay.
Yes.
I mean, we should show the logo.
Oh, yes. Here. Show. Make sure no addresses or anywhere.
Yeah.
No. So.
Sucre Bay is a woman-owned, vegan, cruelty-free perfume brand based out of Washington State.
Yes. And they sent us samples for our live... We are doing our live reaction to this.
Yes, we are going to.
And they have this little card in here. Kirsten.
So if you do order anything from them, there is a little card that just says to read this first, because they are an indie perfume and that makes them a little different. They don't use stabilizers in their blends like mass perfume manufacturers, which means that your scents might undergo the perfume equivalent of bottle shock in transportation, meaning they need to rest a little. So you can sniff and try on your scents when they arrive, but resting them in a cool, dry, dark place for about 2 weeks makes a big difference in how it will smell overall.
And we were actually, because of our recording schedule, able to let these sit.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's been a week and
close to 2 weeks.
Close to the 2 weeks. So just because.
Is this a sticker?
Yes, I was going to say they're stickers.
That is so cute.
I love.
Did you see it?
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. We're gonna fight over that.
Look, if you're watching on YouTube.
Yes, you gotta check us out on YouTube.
Is it gonna focus? Look at this cute little sticker.
I love him. All right, so we each have our own little box.
I'm terrible at opening boxes. I always rip them.
Me too. I'll admit.
Okay, so this one is...
Welcome to the dark side!
Perfect!
I love it!
And mine is... I come from a long line of terrifying women
I think, did we get the same one? Yes.
Oh.
Right?
Then what is the other thing that you said?
No. From the dark side? It's right here on the lid.
I see. I see. I thought you were saying that's what it was called.
No,
Gotcha.
it's right there on the lid. So right there on our lid.
Welcome to the dark side. We smell awesome.
Yes.
I love that.
I love that. And then we got the same scent. We were sent the same scent.
And I did read on their website that their scents are, their scents are story-driven scents. So, like, there's a description on their website, which I recommend checking out, that kind of explains it. Like, so for example, the one that we have, I come from a long line of terrifying women.
Yes, I fucking love that.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let's see what that one says. Oh god, there's 18 pages.
My mom is pretty terrifying.
She can be.
She is.
It says, Andrea, creator of our fine perfumes, find herself saying this.
She must have a mom like mine.
On a near daily basis as an explanation for why she's such a badass.
Yes. Yeah, because my mom is a baddie. Let's go.
Says everyone working for Sucre Bay can proclaim this to be the case, and we're betting you can too, because terrifying women are the ones who take charge.
Yeah.
Who don't back down from their goals and don't let anyone stand in their way.
Damn right.
So this scent is described as, the scent notes are a swirl of rosewood, whiskey, and amber.
Oh, shut up! My name is
sprinkle of gunpowder and a drop of guaiac wood and tobacco absolute.
Oh my gosh!
This is gonna be like a warm.
Okay, let's go. You ready? You ready? Okay. How about we each do a little squirt? Ready?
Okay, ready. I definitely get that hint of tobacco.
Yes.
It's like a warm, woody scent.
Cedar. Yeah,
yeah, this is perfect for fall.
Yes.
Oh. And now there's a little sweetness coming in. Like,
yeah, at the end there's like a little.
Oh man, this smells like it would last a while.
Look, it kind of matches our vibe today too.
It does,
of like the bottle, like with the colors.
Yeah, because we're gonna be talking about wearing red. So
only badass women would wear a scent that has this masculinity in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
this is definitely like a gender neutral scent.
Would love this.
They would.
Oh my gosh, Steph would love this. We're gonna have to show this to Steph when they yeah. Text on vacation, we gave them a vacation day.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Actually, we text them SOS to help.
Yes, because it's been a struggle. But you know what we're not struggling on?
Smelling good.
Yeah, that's right.
So thank you so much, Sucre Bay.
Sucre Bay. And what a beautiful name, too.
Yeah. It's French.
Yes.
Like, the bottle was so cute.
It is.
Like,
oh, that lighting. Yeah. So check them out.
Yeah,
Especially
nice
support a women-owned.
Yeah, women-owned, hell yeah.
Let's go. And badass vibes all the way. So if you're a baddie, go buy you one. How about that?
Yeah. What is the price for this one?
Yes.
If you want this one, the 1 ounce is $72. They have a 10 ml spray for $35 and a 10 ml roller ball for $35.
I always carry little ones in the purse.
I know, me too. I love them, especially for travel too.
I really like this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, so thank you, Sucre Bay, for sending us this.
Thank you.
And check them out on their website.
We will link it below.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna get into this depressing episode. After
all
necessary. Very necessary, yes. May 5th is National Day of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Native Women and Girls. So that is coming up. Well, actually, it'll have happened by the time this episode comes out. This comes out May 7th. But that is May 5th, and a way you can help is wearing red.
Yes.
That is something that they do. And we'll get into that a little more then.
I tried to find what I had.
Yeah, I don't have any plain red, but I got red stripes. So.
Yeah, this is like, shade of red.
Yeah, and we got red pillows.
Yeah, red pillows for support,
yes.
So.
All right, so we're going to get into some more alarming statistics that Native women face.
I want you to know that it's also fitting that...
the boxes were
for this episode.
Yeah, perfect.
So, yes.
Alaska Native women continue to suffer the highest rate of sexual assault and have reported rates of domestic violence up to 10 times higher than in the rest of the United States.
It's kind of... disgusting, these statistics, to be honest.
Yeah, so get ready. Nationwide, murder is the third leading cause of death for Native women, according to Urban Indian Health Institute. 55% of American Indian and Alaska Native women have experienced physical violence by intimate partners in their lifetime. 48.8% have been stalked in their lifetime. American Indian and Alaska Native women are 1.7 times more likely than white women to have experienced violence in the past year. The murder rate of American Indian and Alaska Native women is almost 3 times that of non-Hispanic white women. American Indian and Alaska Native women face murder rates more than 10 times the national average in 11 counties: Bristol Bay Borough, Arkansas; Labette County, Kansas; Dakota County, Nebraska; Knox County, Nebraska; Humboldt County, Nevada; Bladen County, North Carolina; Graham County, North Carolina; Harnett County, North Carolina.
All right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Latimer County, Oklahoma; Bon Homme County, South Dakota; and Iron County, Utah. The Urban Indian Health Institute found that 506 cases of murdered or missing American Indian Alaska Native women, the median age of the victim was 29 years of age in a survey of 71 cities.
God.
That's younger than us.
One thing I also want to point out that stuck out to me out of all this, like all of them are absolutely horrendous, that is the numbers, but almost 50% have been stalked.
Yeah.
Like 50% of them have felt where they have to look over their shoulder because somebody is creeping on them, like a disgusting little slime bag.
Yeah, and I don't remember if I shared it in the statistics, but I read that a lot of the crimes are committed on reservations by non-reservation people. So like white people for the most part.
Wow.
Probably, yeah.
Wow. I'm going to be sick. Yeah. That's disgusting.
The 2 cases I'm going to share today are out of Montana. In Montana, American Indians are 4 times more likely to go missing, comprising over a quarter of missing persons in the state, but are only 6.6% of the state population.
Wow. That's disgusting.
60% of missing American Indians in Montana are women.
I'm not surprised.
Nope. This is also a huge problem in Canada. While Indigenous women make up approximately 4% of Canada's female population, they represented 16% of all female homicides between 1980 and 2012. That is more than 3 times their population.
Yes. What is this?
That's why we 4 times the population.
Yeah, that's why we do these episodes.
Yep. Indigenous women and girls are 6 times more likely to be murdered than non-Indigenous women in Canada. A 2014 Royal Canadian Mounted Police report documented 1,181 murdered or missing Indigenous women, though community advocacy groups estimated the true number is closer to 4,000.
Because it's underreported.
Less than 1,200 documented.
Yeah.
So that's over 2,800 cases not reported or being investigated. American Indian and Alaska Native men also experience high rates of violence, with studies showing 82% to 90% experiencing violent victimization in their lifetime. While the focus is often on women, Native men face a 3 times higher homicide rate than Native women, and in some contexts are 7 times more likely to be murdered than non-Indigenous males. So why are these statistics so alarming? A big issue is data gaps. Statistics are often inaccurate due to racial misclassification, where Indigenous victims are incorrectly labeled as white or another ethnicity in police reports, meaning the numbers I read to you are actually worse.
Yeah. Yeah. That's because they don't care.
Yeah, they don't. They don't care about the true citizens of the United States, the people that were here before any of us.
The people who can actually say Native Americans.
Yep. Jurisdiction is another issue. Murky legal authority between federal, state, and tribal law enforcement often hinders investigations, particularly when non-Native perpetrators commit crimes on tribal land. Lack of resources. Investigations frequently remain unsolved due to a lack of investigative resources and failure by law enforcement to take cases seriously. According to the National Crime Information Center, in 2016, there were 5,712 reports of missing American Indian and Alaska Native women and girls, but the National Information Clearinghouse and Resource Center for Missing, Unidentified, and Unclaimed Person Cases across the United States, called National Missing and Unidentified Person System, NamUs, only logged 116 of those 5,700 cases.
I could do more than 116 in a day.
Yep.
Man.
116 of 5,700 reports of missing women and girls.
Wow. That's
just let that sink in.
Laziness.
That's neglect.
Yes.
Purposeful neglect. According to the Urban Indian Health Institute, no research has been done on the rates of violence among American Indian and Alaska Native women living in urban areas, despite the fact that 71% of American Indian and Alaska Natives live in urban areas as opposed to a reservation. And they've done no research on it. So what is being done? The White House officially designated May 5th as a National Day of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Native Women and Girls in 2019. So also let that sink in. It took 2019.
Yeah, we'll give
for them to get a day of remembrance and awareness.
They're the ones that fucking born and raised on this land.
Also in 2019, Executive Order 13898, also known as Operation Lady Justice, created a task force for missing and murdered American Indian and Alaska Native peoples that will address the concerns of indigenous communities in the U.S., such as data collection policies, establish cold case teams, and improve investigative responses. Don't know how much that is actually being done, but that operation was launched in 2019. In 2020, Savannah's Act became law and requires the Department of Justice to review, revise, and develop policies and protocols to address MMIW cases. Savannah's Act refers to the murder of pregnant 22-year-old Savannah LaFontaine Graywind in 2017. We covered her case very early on in episode 5. If you haven't already listened, it is horrifying.
It is. It's a good one, though.
It is.
Go listen.
Please go listen to it. It is. It's a crazy one. And in 2021, Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland announced the information of the Missing and Murdered Unit that will focus on analyzing and solving missing and murdered Indigenous peoples' cases. Red is the official color of the MMIW campaign. In various tribes, red is known to be the only color spirits see. The Native Women's Wilderness site says, quote, "It is hoped that by wearing red, we can call back the missing spirits of our women and children so we can lay them to rest," end quote. So how can you get involved? Wear red on May 5th. Participate in the National Day of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls by wearing red and sharing photos on social media. Educate and raise awareness. Learn about the crisis, like you are right now, and share information to help spread awareness about the systemic causes of violence against Indigenous women. You can support advocacy organizations. You can donate or volunteer with organizations dedicated to the MMIW cause, such as the National Indigenous Women's Resource Center, Strong Hearts Native Helpline, or the Sovereign Bodies Institute. You can also engage in social media campaigns. You can follow, tag, and share support on social media using the hashtag MMIWR Action Now and hashtag No More Stolen Sisters. Support local families. Attend vigils, walks, and events that center on the families of missing or murdered individuals in your area, which provides solidarity and helps bring attention to their cases. Most importantly, contact lawmakers. Demand stronger legislation to protect Native women and improve data on and collection on cases. That was a mouthful.
It was. You nailed it, though. Like, people need to hear that.
They do. I hope you are as disturbed by those statistics as we are.
Yeah. And, I don't know, just a simple thing. Wear red.
Yeah.
I know May 5th already passed when this is posting, but, you know, like, I don't know.
Wear red all month long.
Yeah, do it. And spread awareness.
Yep. So I'm going to take us into our first case, which is very, very short because, like all the statistics we just mentioned, there is just no reporting on her, unfortunately.
On all of them. I even say in the beginning of my case, and I'll read it, the struggle's real.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to talk about Kimberly Bearclaw Iron.
Oh.
What an awesome name.
I know. They all have such...
They do.
The
coolest names.
Yes, coolest names.
My dad's great-grandma, her name was Mita Barefoot.
I like the first name, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool
it's a cool name. don't remember if it was his grandma or great-grandma. I think it might have been great-grandma.
Okay.
It was muted barefoot. Kimberly Bearclaw Iron was born on October 11th, 1985, and grew up on the Crow Reservation. The Crow Indian Reservation is the homeland of the Crow tribe, established in 1868. The reservation is located in parts of Bighorn, Yellowstone, and Treasure counties in southern Montana in the United States. It is located in south-central Montana, bordered by Wyoming to the south and the North Cheyenne Indian Reservation to the east. Crow is the largest of 7 Native American reservations in Montana, with over 7,900 residents, with 20% speaking Crow as their first language.
It's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
And the second case I'm going to share also is a girl from the Crow tribe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So that's 2.
Mine's Navajo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no information on Kimberly's early life. Not a Wikipedia page. Literally nothing. The only thing I could find is her great-uncle, an uncle, and a cousin have also all been the victims of homicide, and all 3 of those cases are also unsolved.
Wow.
So 3 murder victims and 1 missing in one family.
Jesus. That's disgusting. If that doesn't sum up the fucking statistics in
Right
one
there.
family, yeah.
For unknown reasons, in September of 2020, Kimberly left her 3 children with her grandmother, Marilyn Chief, in Hardin, Montana, but has never returned. On September 22, 2020, Kimberly called her dad, Curtis Iron, upset and crying. She told him that her boyfriend had been arrested and she wanted to come back home but had no money to do so. Kimberly never gave an exact location where she was at, and she would go silent for days. Her dad said he occasionally received quick calls from her in the days since she was last seen, but that she was always on speakerphone, and Curtis claimed something always sounded off with her. She would tell him she was okay, but he didn't believe that, and any time he would try to call her back, the number would be disconnected.
Controlling.
Yeah. Kimberly's grandmother, Marilyn, had family members try to find her on social media. Anytime they would message her, the responses they would get back would be short and just not sound like Kimberly. Marilyn is quoted saying, "The life we live on this reservation, we never get justice, but we still fight for it. What we've already been through was so tragic. Now this. That's why I knew I had to step in. We need a plan to bring her home safe," end quote. The last time Curtis or anyone has heard from Kimberly was October 6, 2020. Her dad said he could tell something was very wrong during the phone call. When the call ended, he was unable to call her back, and he contacted police, who were able to trace the call to Oxnard, California, a coastal town about an hour northeast of LA. Her family doesn't know how or why she would be in California, and they filed a missing persons report with the Bighorn County Sheriff's Office in Hardin, Montana. Police have labeled Kimberly as a missing person, but her family believes she was sex trafficked.
God, this is scary.
It is. It is unclear to me if Montana police contacted police in California to, search for her.
Yeah. Where's the connection here?
Right.
We need to be communicating.
Yeah, who's, really running the case?
Yeah.
Or if her family even knew who her boyfriend was. I didn't read anything that gave his name. Or if they had ever met him.
Yeah.
Was he a boyfriend? A pimp? I don't know.
Yeah. That's like the West Mesa.
Yeah.
Yeah, where that guy had showed up, and
yeah,
the family knew him as one person,
and he came back without her.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
It appears some people believe Kimberly just doesn't want to be found, but that seems unlikely to me if she was asking her family for money to help get her back home.
No, no, stop that.
She also left behind 3 children.
Yes, that's a mother. Come on.
Her father, Curtis, has said that every time he visits the kids, they run out to his truck to ask if their mom is with him.
Oh, breaking me.
That's very sad.
That is really sad.
And also, the sex trafficking theory seems pretty unlikely to me because, seems pretty likely to me because she was always on speakerphone.
Yes.
She
someone had to have it aware what was saying, what was being said.
And she always called from a different number.
Like I said, control.
Mm-hmm.
Control of the whole situation. What was being said, at what time, from where, all that.
Right.
Yeah.
And does anyone know who her boyfriend is? Who is this man? And, she very well could be, alive still, but just, missing, unintentionally missing. Not by her choice, you know? Kimberly is 5'2", weighs approximately 126 pounds, has brown eyes, light brown hair, and a small scar between her eyes. Anyone who might have information on Kimberly's whereabouts is asked to call the Bighorn County Sheriff's Office at 406-665-9780. Her case number is 20-01288. And that is literally all the information I could find.
So 6 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Very sad.
That is so sad. So I'm sure just as much as Kirsten had struggled, I struggled a lot to get enough background for a full case. Yeah. But today I wanted to tell a story of Tiffany Reid. And her story is mostly told by her sister's recollections.
Name sounds familiar.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I thought so too.
I don't know if I know it or not, but
I can't say that, like, it joggled any memories in my head when I was researching that, but I don't know why that name also does sound familiar. So, but you'll have to let me know if this is ringing any bells. So, this all starts on May 17th, 2004. Deandra Reid, who was the older sister to 16-year-old Tiffany Reid, had worked the overnight shift at her job and got back home sometime between 5 and 6 a.m. After a long night, Deandra laid down right away to get some sleep when Tiffany came bounding into her room, asking her older sister if she could take her to school. Deandra was way too exhausted to get up and take her sister to school that day, so Tiffany would have to walk. She was attending Shiprock Northwest High School, located in her hometown of Shiprock, New Mexico. Which I was surprised in your statistics that did not come up.
Yeah.
Yes. I was going to say something to you that I was like, mine's in New Mexico, and like it wasn't in the statistics.
It wasn't, yeah.
No, yeah. So Tiffany and the rest of her family grew up in the Navajo Nation tribe located in the Navajo Reservation in San Juan County. So the morning Tiffany left, she took a 10-minute walk to school with all of her typical supplies. Her sister was the last person then to see Tiffany. After getting some rest, Deandra drove back to her home about 30 minutes away in Farmington. She had a regular day without a second thought about her sister. You know, it's just a typical day for everybody. She received a phone call later that night from her mother asking if she had seen or heard from Tiffany because she had never returned from school. Deandra told their mom that she hadn't heard or seen her and that they thought maybe Tiffany had stayed over at school or even maybe went to a friend's house. You know, I mean, this is...
And you're like, no, nothing bad happened. Like, this is,
2004.
Just trying to come up with something.
Yeah, it is. We're in 2004. It's a little bit different, than, for how people communicate and what they're doing type of thing.
That's true.
It was the next morning on May 18th when no one still had not heard from Tiffany. So the mother, her name's Dedra, called the school. This is when the family had found out that Tiffany never arrived at school on the day of the 18th. And the mother then asked if Tiffany was there for school on the 17th, which is the first day that she is going missing. And they reported that Tiffany also did not attend school that day either. Man. So this is when the family goes into panic mode because no one has seen or heard from Tiffany in over 24 hours at this point.
Those are like the most critical hours.
Yes. And I mean, like I said, it's a different time, 2004. You're thinking like they're out with friends or whatever. Yeah. They contact police, but we're told the typical bullshit that you cannot report anybody until 72 hours until they are missing, which is a bunch of bullshit.
Yep. All your clues are gone by then.
Yes. This is a bunch of bullshit. And also, she's underage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until they were able to finally file the missing persons report to the Navajo Nation's police department, the family was out trying their best to search for Tiffany. They asked her friends, they searched the usual hangouts, they handed out missing posters. Deandra is quoted saying, "It was just weird because nobody had heard from her, nobody had even seen her." Of course, police quickly labeled Tiffany a runaway, even though the family never believed that Tiffany would just run away. Yep. She started her high school years more quiet and shy, but she slowly was coming out of her shell as she was getting older. Deandra said, quote, "She wasn't the type, she was just barely coming into her own self, like figuring out who she was, as a young lady.
Yeah.
She wasn't fighting at school. She wasn't causing any problems.
Just a normal kid.
Yep.
And police think they know better than her own family.
Than their own family. That's always. Yeah. Lazy way out. Her sister reported Tiffany had done typical teenage things like sneaking out, but she never stayed out long enough for concern, but this time was different to her.
Yeah.
It was close to 2 weeks later when Tiffany's purse with her library card was found along an Arizona road right across the border of New Mexico.
Oh, that is terrifying.
On the inside of Tiffany's purse, she had her nickname Kaysera, which Kay-C was her nickname.
Okay.
Written on the inside tag. This person that found these items had put 2 and 2 together with the missing posters, because like I said, there's no other media about this.
Yeah.
And they called the mother to report what they had found. The mother then reported this to the police, and all they got was a non-profit organization that no longer is in business. So I didn't...
So no longer in business at that time?
At the time they were in business,
Okay.
but I'm saying now at
not.
this time they're no longer in business. Went and searched that road, but did not report that they had found anything else. So it wasn't even... I couldn't even find a report that the police went and searched this road.
Since when do police send a non-profit?
I can't say that they sent them. I can't say that the police sent them, but it was... From what I found... It was reported that a non-profit was the one that then went up and down that road where the evidence was found.
But the police didn't do anything?
Nah. Not that I could find.
I'm flabbergasted.
Yep.
I will chime in and say that's pretty impressive for someone that far away from, like, the missing part to acknowledge, like, oh, I found someone's stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
It's across the border.
A border, yes.
Like, it's not even in the same
Yeah, thank
state.
goodness for that good Samaritan.
Like, that was very
They
good.
put it together.
That's very impressive.
And then wound up... because the number that was on the missing poster would have been the mother's number. So they put it together because there was no other way to understand the contact and stuff. So they put it together, the missing poster and these items that were found of a young girl.
Yeah.
And the library card and the name and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just chucking
it. Isn't that crazy?
Like,
oh, here's just some random purse, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
But other than those findings, nothing else would come up about Tiffany for many more years to come. Her mother was in remission at the time that she went missing, but it wasn't long after her disappearance that her mother developed breast cancer again. So the family's focus changed to getting her mother more healthy.
Yeah.
But like any other mother, Dedra called the police station as often as she could, checking up on Tiffany's case. Deandra said after a little while, her mother handed her all the documents she had on Tiffany's case, which was not a lot.
Yeah.
And she said, never stop looking for your sister. She believed the mom knew that her cancer was going to take her, and it sadly did in 2019. And she died never knowing what happened to her daughter.
That's so sad.
It is so sad.
You know, I like to think that we do go somewhere when we die and that she found her. You know, like they're together.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
Roaming around.
Yeah.
Because
I like to think that.
Yeah. She held on for a long time with no answers.
Yeah.
Deandra stated, quote, after my mom passed, that basically just became my whole mission. I picked up all the advocacy and all the things to her and just kind of got it going again, end quote. Next, in 2018, a cousin of Tiffany's named Becky Johnson was working as a community service officer for the Farmington Police Department. Over the radio, the cousin heard the information exchanged with a car pulled over for a traffic stop. One of the names over the radio was Tiffany Reid. Becky questioned why someone was using her name, but when dispatch ran her name, it came up clean. This threw up red flags in Becky's head, because Tiffany should be coming up as a missing person in the database. Becky went down to the traffic stop before the people were taken in, and as soon as she got there, she knew the woman that was in cuffs was not Tiffany Reid. And her real identity was found out back at the station. But now the family needed to figure out why Tiffany wasn't labeled as a missing person. This is many years later.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking, this is 2018, you know.
That's fucked.
Yeah. She is missing 14 years
Oh my
at this
God.
point. Okay, and she is coming up in the
So that
database.
means they
She
weren't
hasn't
doing
even
a damn thing.
Yep.
Because there was no one to investigate it because she wasn't in their system.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. I'm angry.
Yeah. Yes, isn't this fucked? Yeah. When this family discovered Tiffany's information was never added to the National Crime Information Center system, when the Navajo community had a meeting, Becky and Deandra attended. When the Navajo Police Department asked for any concerns, Becky spoke up asking why her cousin was not on the missing persons list. And this is what the senior officer said in response. Quote, well, I guess at one time, all our missing people got purged out of the database, and we thought we entered everybody back in, but Tiffany must have not been re-entered, end quote.
Why were they being purged to begin with?
I don't know.
Like, were they going to a new system?
I don't know.
Like, transfer data
Update,
over?
I don't know.
I have seen that before, where systems, they need to move over to like a more
Especially if you're going
thing.
from like paper to digital.
And
Yeah.
then people get, missed.
But don't they have a checklist where, let me check, I did this one. I see this one. I see this
Well,
one.
I'm curious then, who else is missed?
Right.
Yes, at this point, because this is simply just a family who really, really cares.
Yeah.
There has to be many others who
Well,
don't.
Just like our statistics at the beginning.
And if you just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if you just assume that your family member is on that list.
Yeah.
This is just because the cousin,
Heard it over the radio.
Yeah. Can you imagine
Yes.
if she didn't?
If she
they'd
didn't,
have no idea.
they'd
Well,
have
I know.
Yeah.
So how many other families are in
And
the same boat?
I'm going to
Yeah.
go over what she has to go through to get Tiffany put on that missing
But I
persons
also
list.
wonder, what were police telling her when her mom was calling in for updates? If she wasn't in their system, why aren't they saying, who are you
They
talking
honestly probably typical, like, oh, so-and-so's calling again, just tell them what you need to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I
about?
mean?
Yeah, like, what were they telling her? Like, if she's not in their database, they don't have her... I don't know. Unless she was at that time, and she simply just didn't get crossed over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe she truly was on it at one point.
All we can do is hope so.
I hope so, yeah.
I hope so.
Because otherwise that doesn't make any sense.
So when the family clapped back, saying what exactly was going to be done about this, they were told that they would look into it by the senior
You're not
officer.
going to look into it. You're going to put her in the database.
Yeah, exactly.
Who works there, huh?
Exactly.
What's your name?
Meet me outside. Very unsatisfied with that answer, Becky decided to work to become part of the New Mexico Missing and Murdered Task Force.
Good for her.
She is quoted saying,
How do I join?
right? They put in some work.
Mm-hmm.
The only way I got help was being on a task force and pushing and talking to a lot of people. It would be nice if we could find her, or, at least find her remains. At the end of the day, it's just being able to know Tiffany's home with us.
Why do the families have to push and push police to do their job?
Yes.
They got to form a whole task force because they can't do it.
Yes. And she has to be in contact. My next thing is, it took her being in the task force for someone to get her into contact with a U.S. Marshal who was then able to officially put Tiffany on the missing persons database. That's what
A U.S. Marshal has to do it?
Yes. That's what it took for her.
That is neglect at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Why should I have to jump through 10,000 tiny hoops to get my fucking missing 16-year-old? Let's remember this is a minor.
Yep.
On the missing persons list.
If that doesn't scream, we don't give a shit. I don't know what does.
Yeah, exactly. God, she was so beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure she was.
So beautiful. And they do...
Well, all Native Americans are.
Oh, God. But yes, their skin tone and their hair.
Black, straight hair.
And then they do a age progression for what she would look like now.
Mm-hmm.
Drop dead fucking gorgeous.
I'm sure.
God. Becky and Deandra were a fighting force for Tiffany. When Navajo Nation Police Department was contacted asking about the case, Dale West, who is a criminal investigation supervisor, had stated they cannot comment on an active investigation. He did bring up that the FBI was also helping with Tiffany's case and that the two departments were working together.
What active investigation?
Yeah. When the FBI was contacted about Tiffany's case, their response was they can't confirm they have any involvement in this case, but would certainly take any tips or information pertaining to Tiffany.
Oh, you mean some tips to get you started because you got nothing.
Do the work for us. Tiffany was 16 years old when she disappeared, 5'3", 115 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes. She has a scar under her right eye and a scar on one of her arms. She would be 38 years
Wow.
old now, and her birthday was December 2nd of 1987. And we ask if you have any information about the disappearance of Tiffany Reid, please call the Navajo Nation Police Department, Shiprock District at 505-368-1350. Or you can call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. And there is a $5,000 reward for any information.
I apologize for interrupting again, but I'm curious if they hounded that person that used her name.
Right. Yeah. Like, why are you using that name?
Like,
Yeah.
What do you know? Yeah.
You know
That name,
something.
yeah.
Mhm.
You
Why
know
is that
something,
name in your
so
mouth?
They
Yeah.
should really
Look into that
investigate
more, yeah.
who that person is.
There's our tip to call it.
Yeah, right? I didn't get I didn't even get, like, what the person's real name was in my little bit of the research that I could find.
They
Mhm.
should figure out who
Yeah.
that person's background is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
and who
are
do
they
they
saying
know?
their
Yes.
name? Yes. There
Yes.
has to be more there, you're right.
Yes, because then you could start following those leads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go down those rabbit holes.
And what the fuck if it comes to a dead end? You at least fucking tried, right?
Mhm.
Yes. But the thing is, you're not going to come up with that person's name just
How
off
do you,
the
out
top
of,
of
yes.
your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably going to think, oh,
Mhm.
something occurred, and I'm just going to use that quote-unquote dead person's name.
Mhm.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forget, did you say how did she get to school, or how was she planning to get to school that day?
Walking.
Walking.
She
okay.
does, yeah, she wanted her sister to
So
take her.
She hitched
It was
a
a
ride.
10-minute walk.
She hitched a ride.
It was a 10-minute walk, yeah.
And now she's
Nobody
gone.
has seen anything, nothing. Nobody's come forward about
Mhm.
nothing, and just her purse is found.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we have. And obviously, if her purse is found, we have crossed a border and we are headed to another
Yeah,
state.
someone took her off the road.
Yep. And that's that.
Wow. And did you say she was like in a panic, kind of, to get her sister to take her to school?
No, it was, she just
Oh, okay.
came bounding in the room like a typical teenager,
Mhm.
like, you know, because in the article I was saying it was definitely more the vibe of like, you know, it's cool when you get dropped off at school. So
Oh,
my
okay,
sister,
so not like she's
you know,
concerned.
no,
Like
it
someone
was
may have been
like,
following her or something.
no,
Okay.
no, it was more like, oh, can I get my older sister to take me to
Okay,
school and be,
okay.
you know,
So it's
and
more
have
of an
to-
exciting.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, that was because it was a typical regular old day.
Yeah.
Everything was normal.
Okay.
Everything was normal. She had normal school supplies.
Mhm.
She was normally dressed. Like her sister even said, no fights,
Yeah.
no nothing. She was coming out of her shell, developing herself as a young woman.
Yeah.
She's 16 years old.
That's terrible.
That is. And we have nothing.
Yeah.
No car, no nothing. It's, yeah,
Yeah. No cameras in 2004, I'm sure, to look at.
nothing.
So, yeah. That last case, listen to this girl's name. Kaysera Stops Pretty Places.
Shut your
Isn't
face.
that cool?
Say it again.
Kaysera Stops Pretty Places.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
Mm-hmm.
I was over here like
the
I
coolest
wanted
name.
my name Amber Moon, and my
Mhm.
mom gave me Lynn. And that's just top tier.
Yeah, it is. How
Yeah,
do you
I
get
couldn't
better than
even
that?
compete. Amber Moon's like
No.
down here.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, it would be.
that's beautiful.
That is awesome.
Wow.
I love it.
I gotta say, Indigenous people have really good.
They have the coolest
Beautiful
names.
Yeah,
names.
really nice names.
Yes.
They have the coolest names. So Kaysera Stops Pretty Places was an 18-year-old indigenous girl from the Crow and Northern Cheyenne tribes found dead in Hardin, Montana on August 29, 2019 after disappearing on August 24th. Oh, I think at the beginning I said missing
Yeah,
people.
I was gonna say,
have a murder.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, wait, bitch, you said
I
they're
did say
all
that.
missing. You just said she was
No.
found.
Surprise!
The last one is
Yeah, I
solved or just unsolved but found?
It's
How about we figure it out?
unsolved, but it could be solved. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my apologies. Her death remains unsolved, ruled as undetermined, despite her body being found in a backyard with signs of physical trauma,
Wow. Okay.
sparking a fight for justice.
Okay. All right. I bet this is solvable. I bet.
Yep. It
Yep,
is.
I bet it
Yep,
is.
It is.
I bet my whole left titty.
Yep. It's gone. Yep. Okay, so Kaysera was born on August 14th, 2001.
Oh, wow. Holy moly, 7 years younger than us.
Yep. Is that 7?
No.
8?
8.
I was born in 93.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
in
born in
94.
93 too. Oh, yeah.
I was born in 94,
Yeah, you were born in
so
94.
that's was
You
my
young
math
man.
right? You young, get out of here! It's only 3 months difference.
6 months for us.
Yeah, but 6 months still isn't that bad.
No.
I don't know. I feel ancient.
I'm so young.
You can live a lot of life in 6 months.
Hell yeah, I could do a lot of bad things in 6 months.
Yeah. You never know. All right, so Kaysera was born on August 14, 2001, to Geraldine Fulltail Stops and Alan Stops, and grew up on the Crow Reservation in Bighorn, Montana. So we're Bighorn again.
Yeah, and Crow.
Yep.
Yep.
Kaysera attended high school in Hardin, Montana, and played basketball and football, ran cross country, and performed in several school theater productions.
Badass.
Yep, she was very
Yes,
athletic.
go.
She had dreams of becoming an actress and a performer. Her aunt, Grace Bulltail, also grew up in Bighorn County, where she helped her grandparents raise Kaysera, who she considers a daughter. Kaysera's grandmother, Yolanda Frazier, was also her legal guardian. It didn't really go into why her grandma was her legal guardian, but Kaysera is described by her aunt as a kind, compassionate soul despite the hardships she faced while living on the reservation. Grace told Dateline, quote, "Life in Bighorn County is like a different world, and with the staggering number of missing and murdered Indigenous women in the area, it's not safe. If something happens to you there, if something happens to your loved one, you're on your own. If the families of these women never spoke out, no one would hear their stories. No one would fight for them. It's up to us to be their voice," end quote. Which that is completely describes your case.
Yeah, and also I want you to know, like, if I'm somebody who, like, I'm completely on my own to do my own investigation, like, fucking no rules apply.
Yeah.
I'm going for
Yeah.
it. Like, if I have to
is going to.
I was gonna say, like, I'll do what I have to do to get the answers I have to if nobody else is gonna put in the fucking effort.
Kaysera was also known among friends as a communicative and social woman known for speaking out against wrongs. So she was a great person.
Yes, she's the good in the world that we need.
Yep, and someone took her. In the summer of 2019, right before her death, she was looking forward to taking a trip with her family to North Dakota to visit more relatives, but sadly, that would never happen. Also, shortly before her death, Kaysera and her family attended the Crow Fair, which is a cultural celebration that occurs in the third week of August. While there, Kaysera filmed a video of law enforcement officers beating her 15-year-old brother, who uses a wheelchair to get around.
Shut. I'm gonna be sick.
She posted this video online,
Good.
So it is suspected that this could account for the lack of investigation into her death that we are going to talk about.
Oh, somebody's a little butthurt because the real actions, like, came out. You know, your disgusting actions.
Beating a 15-year-old.
In a wheelchair.
Yep.
You know what? I mean, depending what a 15-year-old does, I might beat a 15-year-old's ass too, but not in a wheelchair.
No. What is someone in a wheelchair going to do? You need to beat their ass.
And you're police.
Yep. Yeah, that's not how you handle situations.
I'm sick.
On August 24, 2019, Kaysera was with a group of what I guess you could call friends. It's not really clear if she was close with these people or if they were just acquaintances, but she never returned home that night. Her grandmother, Yolanda, whom Kaysera was living with, notified police, but no report or missing persons report was ever filed. So she told the police she's missing. They didn't do any reporting.
They didn't officially report it or anything. Yeah. Did they give her any reports of the whole spiel of wait 72 hours?
I didn't read that, but that's probably what they told her.
That's probably what they told her.
Kaysera's aunt tried to report her missing the next day on August 25th, but was told there was a mandatory waiting period before you could report them on missing.
Okay, yeah. It's fucking bullshit. Don't.
It's not true.
It's not true. Because I'm telling you, my case was 2004. Was told the same thing. Yours is 2019.
Yep.
Same thing. It's not fucking true.
It's not true. So I even put this was 2019, so that is extremely untrue.
Yes, it's not true. Yeah.
Sadly, Kaysera's body was found 4 days later on August 29th by a jogger in the corner of a fenced-in backyard at the intersection of Mitchell Avenue and Rangeview Drive in the same neighborhood where she was hanging out with those people and likely last seen alive. Her family was never notified police that her body was found until September 11th.
Wait, and her body was found on what?
August 29th.
Shut up right now! Almost 2 weeks later! Yep. Jesus! Yep. Ooh, I'd be spitting nickels if I was the family.
I'd be arrested.
Yeah.
for what I would do at that police
Yes,
station.
yes.
I'd set it on fire.
Yes, absolutely. I blew up the building.
Yeah.
That's a good movie reference.
According to Uncovered.com, County Coroner Terry Bullis, who owned and operated the local mortuary and acted as its funeral director, insisted that Kaysera's body be cremated before returned to her family.
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah, please burn all the evidence. Let's do that.
Neither of Kaysera's legal guardians were notified of this. Only her mother, Geraldine Bulltail Stops, was informed, and she opposed the decision on religious grounds, but they still cremated Kaysera, despite family saying no.
I'm mad.
That's not their decision.
It's not.
No.
I don't even know if that's legal.
I don't
It's
like
not
that's
their
not.
decision to cremate or bury. Like, you can hold on to a body
Mhm.
for a very long time to make sure that family's notified, family makes a decision,
Mhm.
family, like, all the family has to be involved.
And they can
with
plan
it.
the type of funeral they want.
Correct. And it's not like that body's been sitting there for months
Mhm.
Yeah.
or years or whatever, where
Mhm.
it's like, we're not sure if this body is truly this person or whatnot, but, like, you, as a legal part, you do not have that decision.
Nope.
To make that call.
Next to
yes,
kin.
we are just going to cremate.
And nothing's been done about it.
No. Power of attorney, next to kin, whatever it is the person to make that decision, especially if they... How old was she again?
Did I say... 18.
18. So she's 18. So technically she would need power of attorney or next to kin, but that would be her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have to make that decision, and that is the respected decision then.
Mm-hmm.
Legally.
Yes.
Like, legally.
And there's been no repercussions from what I could find for this happening.
I was gonna say, because, like, if I drop dead tomorrow, I have nothing that says anything otherwise, okay? And it would be my mother that would have to make those decisions.
Yeah.
And they would have to respect what my mother...
Yeah, the police don't make them.
No. Fuck them. Oh.
Or a freaking coroner.
My mom would literally...
They'd all be dead.
Yeah, if they overruled my mother, oh my god.
They'd all be dead.
Well, you keep John Doe and Jane Doe's
Mhm.
bodies for
Yes.
a very
Right.
long time.
For how long?
And they can hold on to those bodies for
Mhm.
a very long time.
Yeah.
And not cremate. So the fact
Yes.
that just
They're
in a few-
rushing it.
Yeah, just in a few weeks or a handful of weeks, they're like,
Days.
we're gonna cremate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's their quote-unquote executive decision, here that they're making.
When do they cremate?
It didn't say.
Okay.
But they didn't notify them till the 11th. And
So they probably cremated before
Shortly.
they even
maybe,
announced
yeah.
to the family.
That's what I'm wondering.
They could have
If they
probably...
were like, oh, maybe we should have given them the option.
No,
Let's
that's...
just ask them. Just
To me,
so
that's
it
a
looks
lawsuit.
like we asked. Yeah, it should be.
That should be a lawsuit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It should be.
Wow. But because they are who they are, they do not hold as much weight in these
Yes,
circumstances,
yeah.
which is disgusting.
It is
It is
disgusting.
absolutely fucking disgusting.
And I hope everyone listening is furious right now.
Yes, I'm mad. I'm big mad.
Okay. Some sources suggest that the responding officer when Kaysera's body was discovered may be the same officer seen beating Kaysera's brother in the video she posted just days before her death.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this makes me big mad.
An autopsy report outlined in the county attorney's report revealed, quote, no evidence of injury or natural disease. Toxicology testing of blood detected the presence of ethanol. Although no neck injuries were detected at the autopsy, an asphyxia cause of death cannot be excluded. At this time, the cause and manner of death are classified as undetermined. Cause and manner of death may be reclassified in the future if additional information becomes available, end quote. It was also found that Kaysera had a 0.149 blood ethanol concentration at the time of her discovery on August 29, 2019. Kaysera's aunt Grace told Dateline, this is consistent with the documentation the family has received, but she pointed out that the inability to rule out asphyxia includes the inability to rule out asphyxia by assault.
Yeah.
Like, just because you say it, they can't rule that out. Like, that means that could have caused her death, too.
It could have, yes.
Yeah.
They can't sit here and say whether or not it actually did happen, is what it's saying.
But you also can't go back and check for that because you
She's
already cremated
Yep.
Yes.
that body.
Yes.
Mhm.
So there's no way to go back and say,
Yeah,
this
because
is
they
what-
didn't want to go back. Grace even consulted with multiple medical examiners about the case, but they did not find the blood alcohol concentration to be a serious concern.
No, that's like 2 beers, maybe?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think it's only double the legal limit. So. There is also no evidence that a missing person report was ever entered into the National Crime Information Center by authorities following Kaysera's disappearance.
That blows my mind, that part. Like, because I bet, like, you as your job do intakes and discharges all the time, right?
Yep.
That amount of paperwork probably is more than the amount of paperwork they have to do for a missing person, I bet. Or maybe even equivalent.
Yeah,
How long does it take you for one discharge there, Kirsten? Just a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minutes,
you know?
yep.
So I bet it don't take long to enter somebody into the missing person database.
I'm sure it doesn't. Anne Grace told Dateline that there does not appear to be any significant investigation efforts between August 30th, 2019 and September 19th, 2019. And funny enough, on October 1st, 2019, the Bighorn County Attorney called for the establishment of a missing and murdered persons task force to address, quote, all suspicious deaths or suspected homicides, end quote, under the state jurisdiction in the county. But yet nobody was bothering to investigate Kaysera's death. No. So you're going to start this little establishment, this task force, but yet you're not even doing the work.
Yep.
They just want to act like, make it look like they care.
But that's exactly right. It's putting a pretty bow on a turd.
Yeah. The investigation into Kaysera's death was referred to the Missoula County Sheriff's Office in 2020, but according to the report, quote, only a review of evidence and no additional investigative efforts were conducted due to the COVID-19 public health emergency, end quote. Okay, well, that's over now. Dateline wrote an article about this case in September of 2001, saying that in July of 2021, the county attorney's office has accepted assistance for further investigative efforts from the U.S. Department of Interior's BIA Office of Justice Services Missing and Murdered Unit, quote, on the premise that federal authorities work cooperatively with the county sheriff's office and other state authorities, end quote. Grace was quoted saying, if this means we're finally getting some help, then that's great. But we just have to wait and see. This report doesn't change the way we've been treated by Bighorn County, but we're just going to continue doing what we've been doing and advocating for ourselves, end quote. In a report released in August of 2021, Bighorn County attorneys referenced witness statements from 4 people with firsthand knowledge of the night Kaysera went missing. The county attorney wrote that the statements are not fully consistent, but describe events leading up to an argument outside of a Rangeview Drive residence at about 3 a.m., involving Kaysera and 3 other people, a 17-year-old girl, a 19-year-old woman, and a 23-year-old man. According to the report, one of Kaysera's relatives told investigators that Kaysera had been hanging out at the house on Rangeview Drive, and a person who lived there bought her alcohol. Witness statements claim the argument led to a nearby homeowner activating their car alarm in order to disperse the group. Like, that's how loud the argument was.
Wow. I wonder if it's that's who's coming forward.
Maybe, yeah. Didn't say.
I know, but...
They fled in different directions, with Kaysera last seen running toward the backyard where her body was later found. And this was very close to the house of the person who bought her alcohol. There is no evidence of Kaysera being in contact with anyone after last being seen running into that yard. And that is where her case left off for a few years. Kaysera's family holds call to action events beginning on August 24th, the day Kaysera went missing, through August 29th, the day her body was found, and ending on September 11th, the day Kaysera's family was notified her body had been found. In 2021, Grace was quoted saying, "This month of events marks the 3rd year we have held calls to action demanding justice for Kaysera. We have had to organize and advocate for ourselves in our ongoing fight to hold law enforcement accountable to investigate Kaysera's murder," end quote. Again, families having to do all the work again. The family's attorney, Mary Catherine Nagel, says that Kaysera's case is just one of many that are being overlooked. And then she's quoted saying, "No family should ever have to wait this long. Her murder isn't being investigated not because there are no suspects or because there hasn't been any evidence. Instead, her murder isn't being investigated because as Americans we have failed to hold our elected and appointed government officials responsible for their abdication of their own duties and responsibilities," end quote.
Pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'd stand behind that.
Yeah, 100%. There is an update in this case from August of 2024 when it was announced that criminal charges have been filed in the death of Kaysera. While county attorneys are not explicitly accusing the suspect of killing Kaysera, charging documents filed in Bighorn County District Court detailed allegations of him chasing after her and 2 others while at the wheel of a pickup truck. So that was the 2 other women she was with that night.
Yeah.
The suspect is facing 2 counts of criminal endangerment, with prosecutors accusing him of pursuing a woman and an underage girl with his pickup truck. Kaysera was with the 2 who were fleeing the suspect, court documents said. Bighorn County prosecutors are alleging that on the night prior to Kaysera's death, the suspect had bought alcohol for her, another woman, and an underage girl. All 4 were drinking at a residence in Hardin when a fight ensued between the suspect and one of the alleged victims. The fight became physical, court documents said, with the suspect shoving the woman against a wall and holding her against her will. She fled the residence with Kaysera and the underage girl. The fight continued outside the residence, and according to one witness, until Kaysera stepped between the woman and the suspect. After pushing him away, Kaysera ran in one direction while the other 2 victims ran another way. The suspect then allegedly got into his pickup truck and started chasing the 2 victims. He drove away from the area after the 2 hid near a house, court documents said. And his name is Natosi Summers. He pleaded no contest to felony criminal endangerment in March of 2025 and was sentenced to 3 years of probation.
Oh, 3 years of probation.
And that's it. That's all that's happened in this case.
Wow.
No one charged for her murder.
That's as far as they're going to take it, though. That's it. They're not going to take it any further than that.
No, I don't think so.
Nobody's going to put in any more fucking effort.
Isn't that horrendous?
That is absolutely disgusting.
Someone got 3 years of probation for basically chasing them.
And she's dead in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Probably fucking strangled.
He probably got out of the truck, ran after their back there. After
I was say, what do you think happened?
I mean, he definitely killed her.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
Who else would have done it?
Yes.
The owner
I mean,
of the
who?
home.
Yeah.
Here's a girl in my yard. Let me strangle her.
Yeah.
Who else would have done it?
But he must have chased them down and then turned to her.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. There's no information.
Nothing happened
they didn't
to them
investigate
two.
it.
Nothing happened to them two.
No, I don't believe so.
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Maybe because probably
because they got away. It said
that she kind of was kind of around still.
So maybe he just went after her then. I don't know. But why? Why are you going to kill her?
Drunken out of their mind is the excuse they'd give.
Guess. And he got in a truck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's small dick energy.
Mm-hmm. Anyone with information about the murder of Kaysera Stops Pretty Places is asked to submit a tip to Justice for Kaysera or contact Bighorn County investigators at 406-665-9780.
Wow. Absolutely every single one of these fucking cases.
Neglect.
Need to be solved.
They're all disgusting.
I want you guys to know we did not communicate as far as who we were covering and what they involved. We just said, hey, I actually just shot Kirsten a message and said, I'm covering this case.
Mm-hmm.
And we left it at that.
Yep.
We had no idea that we were about to cover. But that proves the absolute statistics that you started this episode with.
Yep.
Every single one neglected.
Mm-hmm.
Not solved because of fucking laziness or police who did not.
They just don't care.
Give a shit.
Nope.
Yeah.
They don't care
just
about
do
these
not care.
citizens of our country.
Yes. They are the
truest citizens.
Yes, law-abiding citizens who sit here and I always say, if you are a contributing member to society, then it is worth it. Mm-hmm. If you are not, get out.
Yeah.
Yep. So every single person we cover today is somebody who was a light in the world at some point.
Yeah, they mattered.
Nobody else fucking cared.
Mm-mm.
Just
And
the family.
They still matter.
They still matter.
That's why we're telling their story.
They still matter. You're right. That's why we're here right now.
Yep.
May 5th. Don't forget it.
Yep. I mean, it just passed, but
it did.
Next year, don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget it. Mark it on your calendars. Make it something, that you remember each year, even if it's just something simple as wear red.
Yeah.
Because this minority needs attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, let's be real here. It's the people who have built our country.
It is, yes.
And
these are the worst statistics about any minority I've ever heard.
It's disgusting. It really is.
It is.
Sickening. But that's why we're here.
Yeah.
We started a podcast for things like this.
We did.
To bring awareness.
We're here to be a voice for victims and promote justice.
Yeah.
I will link some of the websites below for MMIW if you want to read some more and get involved yourself.
Yeah. Definitely do that.
Yeah.
Get involved, guys.
Yeah.
It's little things you can do even just by sitting at home.
Yep.
You know?
Okay. Make like a shadow and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at
Lurking in the Shadows Podcast.
We're still working on our TikTok, but if you have any questions, concerns, or case suggestions, please shoot us a Gmail at
Lurking in the Shadows Podcast at gmail.com, and keep lurking around for our next episode. Bye.
Bye.